Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day to everybody. Hello. Now, the first thing I want to say is that I want to really apologize for not coming all this while because I've not been well. I've been up and down. I've been well, I've not been well, that kind of stuff. So I am really, truly from my heart. I am so sorry because a lot of people have been asking, when is it continuing? When is it continuing? Today we're going to start a new series called The Homecoming. The Homecoming. Everything was done at the hospital. Everything was done at the hospital. And I remember I went home on a Saturday. So I was ready to go home. They asked if my husband should come and pick me up. And I said, I would like a hospital car or a taxi, or a hospital taxi to come and drop me in Felixstowe. So they called the cab. All my medicine was packed for me. I was so scared. I was very scared. They gave me a book to be reading it, from time to time. I should take my time to read it. So I left the hospital. Everybody will say, "Oh, Anita, are you going now? Are you going now?" I left my hospital with a small frame and I was doing well. I was in a wheelchair. I went down, they took me downstairs to the car and I got into the car and my journey started to the house. So we were driving on and on and on and on. But when we met a pothole, we met a small pothole, on the road. All these small potholes. So when the car bumped into a pothole, then my stomach, where I did the transplant, the right side of my stomach pains me. It was bad pain. So I was telling the driver, please, can you take your time on the bumps, please? The driver said, okay, I'll try my best, Anita. Then he asked me, what did you go and do? I said, a liver transplant. He said, oh my goodness. And he said, I'm so sorry for you. And I said, well, there's nothing you can do about it. The doctor stayed very well and everybody in the hospital was so good to me. So I really enjoyed my time in hospital, just that the pain was, was incredible. It was painful. So what he did was, the driver was trying to dodge the potholes, but there are some he couldn't dodge because there was traffic, through and through. So there was traffic going and coming. So he hit another one and he hit another one and he hit another one in the pain. Then I told him again, can you please take your time? Then he saw me in tears and he says, oh, Anita, I'm so sorry. And I said to him, I'm in a real pain. He said, don't you have any painkiller to take? And so I took one of my painkillers and I had my water, so I swallowed it. And then the pain went down a little bit. But it was, it was really, really painful. I do not wish it for anybody. It was really, really, really painful. So what happened next was that we, gradually, we got home and coming towards home. We were coming towards home. So we got home. I called my husband to come downstairs to come and help. Then he came to help. Then after, for me to get out from the taxi, I had to, lean on my husband a little bit. So go the other way around and then come home. Came into the house, I saw my little boy Roland. I don't know, I was hugging him. But it was painful, but I said, well, I don't care. This is my boy. Let me hug him. So I was hugging him and he said, Mommy, you're back. And I said, oh God, darling, I'm back. So he was hugging me. So I'm like, oh God. So I ate a little bit and I sat down for a while. I still had my staplers around my stomach because they have used staplers to staple all stomach together, when they cut it and they sew it. And after mine, they stapled it as well. Then I'm like, oh my God. Just imagine you are up and they are stapling your stomach. So I guess I was asleep, or they gave me an anesthesia or something for me to sleep, so that they can give me this um, staple my stomach, because looking at it, it was really painful. And then I was asking myself, why didn't they take it before discharge? And it told me that it is not time for them to take it out. If it is time for them to take it out, anytime I come into hospital, they will take it out. So that was my journey from the hospital to the house. I was so glad. All the people in my room, all the people where we sleep, we were about six. We were about six ladies there, and I had all their numbers. And so they call and they ask, Anita, are you eating? Anita, please eat. We are going to meet one day. We are going to just gather ourselves one day, socialize a bit, and then start going out. I said, I hope so. I hope so. Then, every now and then we call and we chat. Every now and then we call and we chat. At home, I was going up and down the stairs like a tortoise, very slow, very slow. So I was going up and down. My husband was helping me to do things, and that was it. My husband was helping me to do things. I was going up and down. It was incredible. It was incredible how I was able to do it at home. I was so surprised. When I get up in the morning, it is my husband who does my breakfast. He does our little boy's breakfast. He feeds him. He does everything. Then my little boy will go to school, and it will be left with me and my husband. My husband stayed home for a while in the beginnings, but I thought he should go to work. But he said no. So he stayed home for a little while, and then he started going to work. So what he did was that he made lunch and everything to leave it in the kitchen, give me breakfast, make sure I eat my breakfast and take my tablet before he goes. He thinks he thinks I'm a stubborn wife, but I made him know that I'm not, because anytime he comes, I have eaten my lunch, I have taken my tablet. So I was doing that a lot. I will end here. Thank you so much for listening to me all the time. Thank you so much again for listening to me so much. With my headbands, like I always say, one day, I will do a giveaway. I'll give them all out, and I'll give it to you, my audience. I always say that I'll give it to you, my audience. The last thing I always end with that: don't take life for granted. Don't. It's very short. Don't take life for granted. Enjoy it everywhere you are. Please enjoy life. It is so good. Enjoy life. It is good. And anything that you are doing, I am praying for you. God will see you through. Anything you are doing. There is nothing like failure. Like fail. No. God does it all. Have patience and wait on Him, and He will do it. He did it for me. He will do it for you. The advert again. I'm finding out some few things, so we'll talk about it again. Thank you so much, my audience. Thank you. All those who text, call, email, everything. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I love you all. I love you all too. Thank you, and have a good day.